Yo, I hate when shit like this happens. I just had a high moment. I clearly heard that I pressed the right thing, and then I didn't pay attention to the fact that I heard that I pressed the right thing, and then I had to restart this shit just to make sure that I pressed the right thing, but I did. Niggas didn't miss nothing. We gotta go get to fucking Claire, or what's her name? Clara or Claire? I think it's Clara. Yep, Clara. We gotta go race to save her. Cause she wanted to fucking call Damien or some shit like that. And I'm still, even though I've clearly been playing this alongside you niggas, I still have no idea what's going on. I don't have a fucking clue, bro. Like, I know what's happening, I'm just confused on how everything connects. Like, how I get that Aiden started doing this shit with Damien, right? Because he wanted to,
What did you do?
Cause him and Clara fucking they robbed this hotel called the Merlaut, right? And I get that what's his name owned the hotel, and that they thought that Aiden was trying to steal some shit that he didn't, and that's how all of this happened, right? But I guess what I'm confused is how is Clara involved in all of this? Was she the one that like tipped off the club to help us get here? Like, she was like, yo, it was, cause I feel like I heard a voicemail of her saying, and that like Aiden was the one that got, you feel me, like he like pushed her back a little bit, so I kind of remember that. But speaking of that, low key, just off topic, why does nobody ever talk about that in these video games? Cause I remember in Heavy Rain there was definitely that scene where you could throw the notebook at that reporter lady, and it's just like, bro, we don't have to. He didn't have to. He didn't even have to do all of that to that girl just cause that nigga got mad. And don't get me wrong, I know that they both are involving death, and men aren't that good with trauma, but, you know, I guess I'm just confused on, like I said, what does she have to do with this? Was she the one that told them that we did this? Like, she was the hacker that found out that we were hacking in, and then they told so-and-so? Because the nigga that fired the shot, we already have him, which is why I keep saying that I'm confused, because if this is about getting the person that killed your niece, we have all of that already, but I think you feel me? I feel like I don't be giving myself enough credit, and I don't think that this story is that hard to figure out. I really think everything is connected like how I'm saying it is. I think Shorty probably figured out who the hacker was, because she was the hacker and she worked for them. Got cool with this nigga. Then they told that one nigga Maurice, and he was the one that fired the shot. And then Lucky Quinn was the nigga that owned the hotel, so he was the one that is like moving all these pieces and pawns and shit in Iraq. I feel like low key he kind of just he just kind of got caught in the middle of this shit. Cause still to this day I don't know what he had to do with any of this. I mean, I don't think the shit that we needed from him was anywhere in the middle of the projects. I think that he kind of like he was probably needed to progress the story, but I don't think he held any type of like significant weight in the shit that Aiden did. Or maybe the video was in the middle of Rossi Fremont. I forget, but I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out like how all this shit is connected, if it is, or maybe it ain't. Still weird to me that shit happened on June 4th. God damn! Wait a minute, this nigga just let off a chop at that bitch. She got hit in the shoulder. That nigga aim like mine. This shit bad. I don't know, man. Do I feel bad for this? I don't. I don't feel no type of bad for this bitch. What you talking about? I'm sorry. Am I? I'm not. I'm not. I'm sorry. But you got something to do with the way my niece died. I don't give a fuck, shorty. I don't give a fuck how bad you feel. You know who feels even worse? You know who feels even worse than the way you feel? Nieceless ass me. The fuck? I guess that's a fucked up joke to make, but I don't care, nigga. Look, it's a lot of shit that the niggas be clowning women for. I can understand that, like, not where they be coming from, Cause I've definitely got on here and said some of that shit was corny before, but like sometimes you do be understanding why bitches think the way that they think. Like when girls keep running around saying this soft life shit, bro. I'm not that I'm trying to get shit taken care of for me, but I have definitely been like trying to like just get my mental health together in the last couple of days, you know. And obviously I'm a man, so I'm not running around saying soft girl era. But I definitely have been trying to like just, I guess, think and just be not softer in life, but I don't know, bro. That Isaiah Rashad bar where he was like, it always feels like I'm mad for nothing. I feel like I relate to that, because sometimes I do always feel like I'm mad, just like dead ass at nothing. It's because I don't know, you just, I feel like I said this before, but I'm one of them people that like to plan their whole weeks out. So you kind of like, even though you shouldn't go through the world with expectations, I kind of inevitably do. And I guess that kind of, you know, that's just a bad way to go through the world, because you expect this to happen, and then if it don't go this way, it's upsetting. So, and I don't really want to get that mad or just be that impatient, you know? Like, I thought about that the other day, and I definitely don't know if I, like, not that I'm out actively, like, making kids, but I don't even know if I can have kids right now, because I just be getting, like, real angry and impatient at just the smallest shit, and I just don't, like, I don't think you should be like that and have kids. Not that you can't be angry or be impatient some days, because everybody's like that, but I don't know. But then again, maybe I'm just harder on myself than I am on other people, which I guess that could be true too. I don't know. Quick therapy session. Damn, that bit gone. Well, yeah, since we're, well, actually, let me let them have this sad moment. What if his sister comes to see her dead daughter and just sees this bitch that clearly got shot in front of her daughter's grave?
Hello, Aiden.
You obviously would connect this to your brother that's like, and he ain't a criminal, but he's a part of the underworld. Like, and then what do? Like, you just walk up, you start shaking your head like, oh, Aiden, you, you trickster, you. First my daughter and others just random bodies everywhere, huh? Oh, I'm just playing.
I can't decide where to begin.
Maybe this will explain it.
The first time I saw you, you were playing chess with Jackson in the park.
Okay.
Both of you still very sad from the funeral. I could see how you made him feel safe. In our world, we hide in the dark, behind monitors. That's the only place we feel safe. It isn't enough to say that I didn't know. That lives would be lost or that it was only a job. I thought if I could help you heal, help you find answers, maybe I could heal myself. But I can't. When this is all over, I hope we can at least talk. Or if not, at least I can't disappear. That's something I'm good at.
Nah, don't try and hit me with the fucking guilt trip, bitch. Just like, nah, yo, this goofball ass bitch knew who, cause it's like, and I guess you know, but like, look, they they call some shit vengeance on this game, and I know y'all can't even really see that. I just got an achievement called vengeance, because they really are trying to make this nigga
And
bad.
all of this comes down to blackmail. 6-year-old girl dies because an old man wants to protect his secrets.
Yeah.
Bloom. They can spin all they want to the press, but their hands are bloody. I'm done with secrets.
And that's the whole nother thing. Like, technically, how is Bloom involved in any of this? Because, like, I know that this is supposed to be like, your information isn't safe, your identity, he can hack through, yada 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 yada, right? But at least in like the second one, they kind of attach the whole corporations are evil to a corporation and a purpose. This one just kind of seemed like let's say I go shoot a nigga, right? And I record it. And then I use some type of Apple protection. Some type of encryption that only you could do on iPhones to keep on my phone. Technically, yes, Apple is like wrong, I guess, or couldn't be held accountable for having that type of data that maybe Androids aren't accessible to. Like maybe I could jailbreak my iPhone in a way that I can't with my Android, which is allowing me to hold this video. But that doesn't make Apple responsible. The real people, the real problems in this game are Lucky Quinn, the nigga that murdered the politician nigga that murdered that girl, Maurice, and and shorty that just died at the park, low key. Cause I mean, yeah, she ain't like, you feel me, but you had something to do with it, my nigga. So, but Bloom didn't really like. That's like if I do all of that and then you hack into my shit and it was just stored on an iPhone through like an Apple through like it was a video recorded, right? And let's say I saved it in the iCloud and they don't have that on Android, and now it'd be like if a nigga was like, Apple's blood hands are bloody for this shit. Not really, my nigga. Apple didn't fucking do anything, bro. And yeah, again, like I just said, they can kind of be held responsible because it's only allowed on this type of, you feel me? But Apple ain't do a fucking thing. Neither did these folks. Bloom ain't do a goddamn thing to this nigga. Everything that happened to him low-key was because he was doing some bad shit, now that I think about it. And I mean, I'm not saying that the nigga needs deserve to die, but you definitely was walking through that hotel room, hacking through people's bank accounts, looking through their personal sensitive information, going through accounts, stealing money. And yeah, I mean, it's like it's a video game and like they have extra money, so it's funny. But this nigga, like, I feel like I've said this before, but he's a piece of shit. Like, you walking around stealing money from niggas' bank accounts. You don't know how the fuck they got it. And I mean, just because Aiden's supposed to be Batman, at least for me, you'll try and justify it. Like, maybe he's looking through their personal information and all these wealthy bank accounts are niggas that, like, have done something bad in the past or, like, acquired it through some type of bad ways. But I was just, and that's fine if you justify it like me, but I just want you to tell me something. Even though you like when you see the little blue borders pop up around somebody, does it really feel good taking that little $11,000 from that dock worker nigga at at 11 p.m. at night when you know he ain't even get off yet? He on his fucking lunch break. That nigga still got 3 more to go, and you just throw that money from him. Can you really convince me that he's done something evil?
She's...
Forget
No.
her. You got enough to worry about.
she's dead.
Oh, no. Oh, god damn it.
Mama,
I'm sorry, that's not funny,
Damn
but
it.
you know when you tell somebody something and they don't give a fuck, but they still try to act like they do. That nigga said, "Aw, gosh darn it." I feel you, T-Bone. I don't give a fuck that bitch dead either.
One of Chicago's most notorious personalities, Dermot Lucky Quinn, is dead.
So yeah, I guess I'm just, you feel me? I guess I figured out how all this shit is connected, and I know the story. It just, Bloom didn't really have anything to do with all of this. It wasn't like, and I know we went to some of the centers to shut shit down, but that was really all we did. Was to gain more access to the city that they were protecting. So I mean, yeah, you could say that it's a Bloom's fault, but they don't. I'm pretty sure they are using the data for negative shit, just like how a bunch of companies that collect our data are doing that. But if niggas don't go in and start playing with the company and playing with the fact that they have our data, then low key niggas are fine. Like, he's making it this whole Bloom thing, but nigga, if you don't go hacking into the system and stop being fucking nosy and going through folks' bank accounts and not minding your own business, nigga, then we don't have this problem. That's like me. That's like if I sneak a pistol in the Target, nigga, and I go to up to security. I'm like, yo, my nigga, y'all need to, like, what's up with y'all? Y'all just letting anybody in this bitch, huh?
Quinn was believed to have
Like that, you just letting niggas mosey in this motherfucker like it's a saloon. I got a whole pistol on me.
Quinn died of a
I walk up to the security guy like, yo, tap him on the shoulder, yo, my man, yo, gangster, you not gonna pat me down? You're not gonna check me? You don't know who the fuck I am. You don't know, like, no, my nigga, you can't be the problem and then also complain about the problem. And you know what the fucked up part is? This video that we've been trying to download, I think I actually, now that I remember it a little bit more, I think it's of Claire. So yeah, I say all this to say Aiden's really the problem in this whole game. And maybe this is just one of those conspiracy theories because I know he's technically doing the right thing, but you don't get into any of this situation if you're not a piece of shit trying to steal from people and you get a fucking regular job and become a member of society like your sister has been begging you to do. Like if Uncle Aiden would have just got a job, none of this happens. If this nigga works at Pizza Hut but then just likes to play with computers on the side, none of this happens. Maybe you get a job at NASA, or you fuck around hacking like the FBI database or some shit or something like that. This nigga want to play with Apple and Android and like take down the tech companies. Nigga, they make the focus. This nigga have tacked into Spotify and got mad. If you don't go hit the feds or something, the fuck, get Young Thug out there after you know, you feel me? Get the whole YSL out since you wanna goddamn do something so bad. Freedom, folks.
I hope you don't mind. I'm grabbing some of your stock. Figure that makes us even.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Fuck, do what you gotta do, yo. Do what you gotta do, gangsta.
My neck soon.
Yeah, cause if I can find you, the fuck, them boys definitely gonna get you.
She should have just walked away.
There's no evidence that Bloom arranged her death.
Hell, Aiden. You don't know that they didn't. You know, I've seen a lot of things that don't add up.
Who the fuck is this? Okay, so look, I swear to God, cause we're probably gonna beat this right now, right? And then I'm gonna play Bad Blood, but one of these times, whenever I don't want to say the next time, but when I come back and talk to niggas, I promise you I'm gonna look at one of these videos so that I can give y'all an update. Cause I don't know who the fuck. I know who Rose is, and I know that obviously she was the lady that nigga killed, but it looked like she was like a sex worker. And I'm not saying that you can't be a hacker and know a sex worker. They're both these two people are both kinda in the underworld, if that makes sense. Like they barely are. They're in like the, I don't want to say lighthearted, but they're in like the lighthearted part of illegal shit. Because you can be a sex worker and never really run into anything dark or depressing or anything like that. Like, and I know that how you got there might have been dark or depressing, so I'm not talking about that. But this is just assuming that you're there for your own free will, yada 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 yada. Like, and let me not even talk about bitches that be on Fig, because I don't know if they there for their free will or not, but. For lack of a better word, because we don't know if this was a girl that was on Fig or not. We just know that she was with a politician and got killed. So let's just say she was and I'm not saying that this would happen to them type of women, but let's just say she was an escort, like not somebody that has to fuck, but literally just like a girl that you would pay to just be around. And well, I don't know how escorts work because I ain't never done it, but the niggas always word it as a different word than a hooker. Like they always make it seem like an escort is just like a little bit different. So let's say she was some shit like that, right? They still haven't explained to us who she is, why Aiden cares, or why because T-Bone is talking like he knows this girl.
Bent city deals, voter rigging, all it takes is one good PR team to sweep that all away. After Rose died, they created that. Now, I don't know the hows and whys of it, but that code is dangerous. Something about... I couldn't make much sense of it, but it was something about Bell, something.
Bellwether. That's what he wanted.
You gotta burn that code, man. The rest of it, I don't care what you do with it.
You already here, OG?
You know, Aiden, I'm sorry about Clara.
I'm not.
Somewhere.
This whole thing is shit, no matter how you cut it.
Yeah. Oh, and we're probably... Well, I don't know,
Carefully.
actually, but I'm probably not beating this shit right now.
When the lights go out, bad things tend to happen.
Yeah. Oh, are we uploading every single file that we found in that computer, or is it just that Rose Washington video? Cause that's a pretty damning video. Obviously, it's that.
Several of Bloom's top executives are now being questioned about a series of graphic sex videos leaked online.
Oh yeah, so this is he just dropped everything. Okay, so then, but that's what. Why was Rose so important to where CTOS would have wanted to have her killed? Because if you're just an escort, then why would they want you dead?
Rushmore in the murder of a woman, Rose Washington. The woman was a former CTOS employee reported missing over a year ago. Mayor Rushmore has refused to comment, but a statement released by City Hall claims the footage is a fake, made by the hacker group DedSec in order to discredit the mayor.
Oh, look at how niggas just get on the internet and lie. That nigga said that video was a deep fake. Like, nigga got on Instagram. He was like, man, look, I don't normally do the internet shit. I don't address rumors, but if you think that's me in that video, you must be out your motherfucking mind.
After everything we've suffered, you just give it all away? What have you done?
Hey, look at this old nigga hating on the phone. Shut up, nigga. If I come at you with some clippers, nigga, get your ass a taper. Fuck your whole world up.
You think you're the hero in all this? Read your own press. You're a terror to this city. You and your vainglorious bullshit.
That's just because they know it's me. If they figured out you was the ugly nigga behind all of this shit, you'd really be a terror.
But there's one thing I forgot to mention. You'll like this.
Nigga got a bad hair on.
CTOS. Completely. I am inside the system.
Okay.
And you are in for a show.
You heard that? You are in for a show, not your. You know, just in case you wanted to shorten some shit. Maybe that just shows you how like bad my grammar is. Because whenever I hear people pronounce like every letter in a word or fully pronounce some shit like you are in for a world of trouble, I'm like, listen to this fucking cornball. Why didn't you just say your?
I'm not gonna let my CTOS baby get jumped up on.
Niggas be feeling like they better than you. You're not better than me, nigga. The fuck could you be enunciating shit? Eat it, dick. Oh!
I'll call you once I'm in. Nice to have you back.
I do like being useful.
I'm whipping it bit through the bitty, you heard? Whipping it hoe through the city, you heard? Huh. Through the city, you
It really is
heard?
a wonder of human ingenuity.
Yo, this nigga Damien fucking Brooks, why is he such a just a fucking giant dickhead? And I think low-key, if I think back on it hard enough, I think that maybe Aiden was the one that came looking for him, but bro, this nigga Damien is just like, bro, hop off my dick. This nigga kidnapped his sister because he wanted to be around another man, bro. Why do you like this nigga so much? There must be something we don't know about. They treacherous twins for real. Niggas twins for real, for real. Civilian Andrew. That nigga, he ate that red light. I give a fuck. Look at me, I caused the collision talking about something that was his fault. That's what you gotta do. Blame it on somebody else. At the red lights, working on the headlights. I'm F-R-E-E. Fuck, nigga, free. I ain't gotta worry about no what? Huh? I mean, I ain't gotta worry about no who, nigga? You know what that mean? We don't even gotta speak on what that mean. You know what that is? Fuck, will understand, don't gotta be. You get me? I would definitely finna say that way. Get the fuck out the way. And that dumbass blue suit, nigga. Looking like a fat ass bottle of Pepsi. I ain't even talk about nothing serious yet. I really wanted to start talking about the Kyrie tweet trauma, but I'm not educated on none of that type of shit. Like, and I don't really want to sound like I am. I guess the only part that I really feel like I can somewhat speak about is just the shit that they're making him do to be able to still play basketball. I don't understand that. And I'm not saying that you don't educate somebody, but that's my thing. Educate them, like. Cause still, to this day, and obviously you know what type of shit, and I don't even know if I can say that word, like I know how to pronounce it, but I'm saying like certain shit will get like flagged and yada 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 yada, so I don't know if I can say it, but you obviously know what's offensive and what's not offensive, but certain shit you don't, right? And like a good question that Charlemagne the God raised, and I don't even know.
Can't get past the firewall. T-Bone might have an idea.
T-Bone. But he was like, why is basically saying that this group of people that they control Hollywood, I guess, or that there's a lot of people in Hollywood that identify like this. Like, what's the problem with saying that? And because I'm not, and again, I don't want to come out and say that because I don't, I don't, I don't necessarily know. Right, I'm not coming out and saying I agree with Kyrie, but I still didn't understand how that was like what they were trying to say it was, because I don't even know if he really necessarily said that or not, and I think he did. He might have said it in a press interview, but I didn't know that that was defamation or like that was racist. And the reason that they're saying it is because apparently that was one of the big
This could get ugly.
misconceptions or big things that I guess Hitler used to say, which I did not even know. I thought he was saying the exact opposite back in the day. I thought that he was saying that they were less than and that we shouldn't revere them. I didn't know he was saying that they had a monopoly on everything and that's why we should have them out of power. And again, I'm not saying that I agree with that rhetoric. Again, it's very stupid, ignorant, it's insensitive, it's all of that. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, you know, that's common sense by now. I just didn't know that saying that meant or would be racist or would be considered wrong, because I don't think that black people would have a problem with you saying that black people ran, like, if you said black people ran Hollywood, I don't think we would have a problem with that, because I feel like we low-key already kind of feel like we do, but I didn't know that that was something that was actual cause of like hate crime and shit back in the day. So I can definitely understand why that would cause a sense of like a point of contention and like anger and make you feel like somebody's being insensitive and spreading the same type of hate speech and rhetoric, right? If you know where it comes from. But I didn't know that. So you can't, even though we've all heard about this shit, something that I will say is that I don't think that I've been educated a lot on that. Like, I think I've been taught about it, yes, but I don't think I've been educated on all the ins and outs, and because still to this day I wouldn't have even known that was, unless all of this would have happened and all this becomes more mainstream and the conversation is had, I wouldn't even have known that statement could be considered offensive. I would have thought that was just something, because I've heard mad people say that before. I would have thought that was just a statement that you could make, and I didn't know that brought so many people back to, like, I guess a time of trauma or a time of you feel me? But after saying all that, why not just educate them on why that is? Because now that if somebody tells you that something's offensive and then you continue to do it, at that point you're just a dickhead. Feel me? Like, we're all humans inhabiting this world together, which is why I don't want to like delve into shit that I've been through in just in my life, but that's kind of why I don't understand why motherfuckers don't apologize.
What do you got?
Yada, going so on and so forth. But yeah, we're all humans just on this fucking floating rock. So like, if a nigga does something that you tell them is offensive and they keep doing it, then like I said, he's just a piece of shit.
What does it do?
But this is just assuming that he knew that. Feel me? So I guess I just I don't really understand the whole he has to do all of this shit so that he can get his job back. Like, just educate him and tell him why it's wrong, and then if he continues to do it, then you take his job away, because then at that point you've been informed and you're still making the informed choice to make these type of comments and statements. Like the Kanye shit, when that nigga got on Drink Champs and said I can say this type of shit and they won't take away my deal, then yes, nigga, now we have to take away your deal, and now you gotta get kicked out of Skechers, because at this point you trying to like, and I'm not saying you can't like lay your dick on the table and talk your shit. You can, but you can do that if Yeezy is a separate entity. Nigga, like, if you are the only, and he does own Yeezy, but if that's it, if it's not Yeezy X Adidas, Yeezy produced by Adidas, Yeezy whatever by Adidas, then no, you cannot say that. You can't say that type of shit anyway, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you can't just lay your dick on the table when you work for or with somebody else.
Damien's screwing with the navigation.
Now, to be clear, I don't want to make it seem like I agree with any of the shit that these two niggas said, because the Kanye shit was definitely out of line, and now that I'm learning that the shit that Kyrie said was considered offensive, then yes, it's out of line. I just don't agree with the whole, you have to, like, I agree, like, make him meet with people, 1000%, yeah, yo, you gotta meet with these people to express, like, not your understanding, but so that you can be trained on this type of shit. And trained sounds crazy, but you get what I'm saying. Like sensitivity training, whatever type of training, all of that. Like, he should definitely go through that. I think sensitivity training is something that you go through at your job, like, no matter what anyway. So yeah. For sure, he should go through. He should go through that. But after that, like the whole, you gotta give a nigga $500,000. Why?
What was that?
Or like you have to. They told him he had to meet with like the owner of his team to demonstrate understanding. I just don't understand that. What am I showing that I understand if I meet with you? That doesn't mean anything. Like the nigga that the white video of the, and I like that somebody did this too, and they said this exact name, right? There's a video of a white basketball player that just got leaked to him saying the N-word like crazy, right? And then just to show you how much white people don't give a fuck, it was another video, and I didn't even know about this one, of just this girl that went to college and she got exposed for being racist, yada yada yada. She was like literally calling this girl like the hard ER and then the B word out. So like, boop boop. You, and hopefully you can understand what I'm trying to say. Like did that boop boop, but was singing it to her. And then the lady still at her job for, in order, and I hate that black people have to do this. In order for the fucking claims to be taken seriously, that girl had to stay calm while the drunk white bitch bit on her, or bit her, was punching on her, nigga calling her out her names, like calling her out her name, and yada 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 yada, right? And I get that that girl isn't famous, but the football playing nigga was. And are they gonna make him meet with fucking Minister Farrakhan and donate some money from his scholarship to show that he understands racial sensitivity when he was on that bitch rapping the N-word like he was white? Are they gonna do that to that girl and take away her scholarship? And yo nigga, you gotta meet with somebody just powerful and black, nigga. Wendy Williams, you gotta meet with, what's that nigga's name I be talking about? You gotta meet with Dr. Umar, nigga. Fuck you talking about? We making niggas meet with Umar since you wanna sing, nigga. No, they don't have to do all of that. And again, make him meet with people, but it's just the donating money and the like. You gotta watch this. And you gotta like. I felt this way about the Keaton Jones bullying video, and I'm not trying to compare these two situations because the Keaton Jones video was a macro version. It has nothing to do with this, but when he was getting bullied, quote unquote, and it was really him saying the N-word, which is funny, by the way. Not that he was saying it, but that niggas really came out and made these long soliloquies to then find out that he was just a racist piece of shit. And that he wasn't getting bullied. He probably got beat the fuck up because he deserved it. But when they were giving him that money, I'm like, why are y'all giving... He's probably still going to get bullied. Like, if he got bullied for whatever reason, you think now that he has $500,000 niggas aren't gonna pick on him? No, nigga, it's still fuck you. It's still fuck you, and now I might rob you, nigga, just cause I know that Rihanna and them sent you some money. But yeah, I'm out this bitch cause I thought I was gonna be able to get this shit done by now, but I'm not. And this isn't necessarily the most difficult thing. It's just taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. So do this shit tomorrow night, and then yeah. And now that I'm low key done with all of this, I'm gonna look up one of them summary videos so I can get back at you niggas with like an actual educated summary. But I hope all the shit that I said about Kyrie, or really all the shit that I said at any point, made sense, because I'm not trying to say that I agree with what Kyrie or Kanye did, but I'm also like, I don't like people just imposing power on somebody. Like, educate him on that. And I'm not even trying to bring Kanye into this, because that nigga's bugged out. Whatever they feel like they need to cancel him, because he's been saying some stupid shit. So please, by all means, get him the fuck out of here. But Kyrie, and it was ignorant for him to double down, and like, I understand that there was a mad more shit that he could have just said, but I don't think that you make him donate and then like you make him do all this other shit, and then they're like, it's like dog whistling. Like, I heard somebody say the other day that he still has more work to do or something like that, and this is like, if you feel like he's just that racist of a piece of shit, then fire him. You feel me? Don't beat me up and then drag me around the neighborhood to show everybody that you beat me up. If you feel like whatever I did was that bad, just beat me up. And I guess that's what they're trying to do. And I know that that sounds crazy because he said something crazy first, but that's my point. If I said something crazy, you handle it there. You don't handle it and then drag a nigga around the neighborhood like, yo, look what I just did to this fuck ass nigga right here. He thought he could pop fly, say something crazy, and now look. This is how niggas get handled. Are you dragging a nigga by his polo shirt collar? This is how a nigga get handled, you heard? Niggas get beat up. Smacked on him right outside the 7-Eleven. Nigga said something to my bitch crazy. Beat him. You feel me? Like, bro, just handle it there and then it's handled. Don't beat a moral high ground while you're also trying to embarrass somebody. And I say that as a nigga that will get bored and look up fight videos. I just use the fight as an example. You feel me? And sometimes you have to embarrass a motherfucker. And I know that sounds crazy, but like the white lady that was calling that girl the N-word, she deserved to be embarrassed on all social media sites. Yes, you just tried to bully this black girl that was gonna be way too calm to pop on you, cause nigga, I'm not gonna say I would have done something, but I will say that you're not just finna keep calling me the N-word. And then she bitter. Like, that probably would have been when I would have snapped. And obviously, if it's a bitch, I'm not gonna do nothing. But if it's a drunk nigga, you bite me and you calling me the N, oh my god, I'm losing my job today. I'm parking you. I'm parking you right on the college campus. I give a fuck. Especially if the homie got it recorded, cause then I dare you to take away my scholarship. But anyway, man, I'm rambling now. Go listen to some Jermaine Cole. Just cause whenever I think of the word rambling, I think of when he was like, I'm rambling now. 5 days to finish the album. I'm scrambling now. Some I'm handling now. Say a few words to this bitch named Summer. So yeah, go listen to that and then go watch the Dreamfield documentary. Just cause I can't think of nothing to tell niggas to watch. Hustle, grind, have a good day doing what you gotta do, and stop being ugly. I know, and I know that's hard because I'm an ugly nigga, but sometimes you guys just stop doing that, you know. I'm trying to stop being ugly too. It's hard, but shit, we gotta work on it together.